This is Satire Prepper. Doing a little bit different video again. I went to Dollar Tree and tried to make the best first aid medical kit I could find with what they had. But before I go over that, I'm going to show you what you're not going to see in here. You're not going to see any emergency bandages, naps or nasal airway passages, SAM splints, any airway kits, quick clot, and the most important thing that you shouldn't cheap out on, and I mean buying them from Amazon or anything, you need to buy decent tourniquets, cats. A lot of people don't know, but don't mention it, but these plastic twists, they do break. So be mindful of that. And then you gotta be worried about the metal ones. Some of them rust, but that's some of the stuff you're not gonna see in this kit. So moving back onto the bag, it was roughly $70. Now, there's some things you guys could probably substitute and wouldn't have to buy, like the bag or paper or pens or Sharpies or a flashlight possibly. But I wanted to start from the ground up from there, see what I could make and produce. So first off, just got a rag, microfiber rag, towel. Nothing crazy, but something to put water on or lay it out on the ground and put utensils on if need be. Get some of the single items out of the way. Some hydrogen peroxide spray, athlete's foot, Epsom salt for foot. So you'll see a lot of this stuff. This also has alloy in it, so probably could work with some sunburns. I try to focus on some of the feet because that's where I think a lot of people are going to have issues, as well as dehydration, mucus relief. And then we got some supports. Got a foot support, a knee support, and a wrist support. So I also have some individual waters in that bag. Some cleaning wipes. They smell better, so I mean, if you want to try to clean yourself up or do a hood bath. Some Dum-Dums, sugar, good to give to the patient if they're needing it. It's also candy if you want to snack on it. So I got some zip ties and bungee cords. These are if you need to make any braces. Obviously, I don't have a SAM splint or anything along those lines, so this you could probably use to, help stabilize broken limb if you can, or stabilize a stretcher out of twigs and maybe a tarp or something else. Some fish oil, some heavy duty duct tape. So I got some batteries, 6 AA's and 3 AAA's. Lighter and some lip balm. And then we're kind of getting into more where I compartmentalize some stuff. They already had this kit, 3-in-1 cotton set, so you got Q-tips, cotton swabs, and then some cotton rolls. Getting into the medicine aspect of it. I have them labeled for what I need. You got Advil, allergy relief, cold and flu. I got some super glue, some eye wash, and another lighter. Then some electrolytes. Like I said, I have a sneaking suspicion most things that I'm going to see are going to be foot related or super dehydrated. And one of the better ways to hydrate someone without having fluids or an IV is through electrolytes. Getting into a minor wound care kit. You got some Neosporin or triple antibiotic, some waterproof tape, some athlete's tape, antibacterial wipes, some smaller gauze, and then miscellaneous bandages. So I said this is a medical provider kit, but this is if you're going to be providing aid to somebody else. You got your mask, some latex gloves, some hand sanitizer and individual hand sanitizer. major wound kit. So as major as you can get with a Dollar Tree setup. Compress bandage, a roll of gauze, and some tampons. Obviously, you're not going to be treating anything magical or major, especially if you're using heavy bleeding. You have to use a tampon to stick into somebody's wound. It would be a little concerning. Then my, what I would say normally is where I'd throw needles in, I put my instruments in. So you got a lighter to try to sterilize the instruments if need be, some different tweezers, fingernail clippers, as well as a little scoop off the fingernail clippers and a file, scissors, and like I said, multiple tweezers, stuff you could possibly use as forceps if you needed to in a dire situation. And then moving on to the quick access pocket on this. You got a flashlight. So you have two different ends if you need to stand up and while you're trying to provide care, or your normal flashlight front. I think it said it's 60 to 80 lumens on this. Two generic permanent Sharpie markers. A notepad, excuse me. Put down any notes you need to. Also start a fire with this if need be. And then two basic little first aids. So you got some different bandages and alcohol wipes, and same thing with this. Just quick access. You don't have to dig into your minor wound kit right here. So that's what I got for roughly $70. And just trying not to like compete with other brands or, you know, other kits that are already made, and there's obviously better kits, but I try to stay more on the inexpensive side with medical, or shouldn't say with medical specifically, but trying to be practical. What can people actually buy? Inflation's going up, cost of everything's going up. Fed just hiked, what, 75 basis points not that long ago. So we'll see how that turns out. But for an average everyday person or someone that's just starting to get into prepping, doesn't have the financial support to, you know, spend $200 to $300 on equipment. So this gets them somewhat started and has a decent outlook of having something that is better than having nothing. So let me know what you guys think about that. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know. This is Satire Prepper. Stay safe out there, kids.